Get a haircut. Oh, it's still loud. Hold up. You know, I was actually fishing through some of my Pokemon White streams, and I had the webcam on during that, and there was that, like, that was around the time where I decided to shave the beard, and I realized, like, I saw myself with the shorter hair, and my first thought was, why did I grow it out? It looks so nice. What have I done? So, you know, I might soon. I just wanted to see, you know. Is it still loud? I've turned it down so many times. Oh, I love the anti-aliasing on that cutscene. I just want to clarify for everyone, I'm turning 22, not 25. That was a joke. I still have 3 more years of brain development. So, if I make any, like, terrible decisions, don't blame me. My brain is still developing. But my plan is, from here forth, I'll tell everyone I'm 25. And because I'm not 25, that means for the next 3 years I can say I'm 25. Actually, the next 4, because I will also be 25. The win-win. Anyways. I'm following the cutscene. I'm missing context, but... Hey, you guys want to see some real-life lighting aberration? It lights up. It makes my face look red. Just a little cinematography joke. I don't even think that's the right term, but whatever. Mine doesn't. This is my roommate's that I borrowed. Not chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration is when you take the RGB layers and you, like, move them to the side. And that's why there's, like, red and blue. That's not what I'm referring to. Streamlabs should be up. Oh, you know, I didn't have it visible. Oops. Are you streaming on Thursday? I don't know. My whole streaming schedule's fucked now. Just because I've been trying to focus on the video stuff. Here, I'll replay that.
Happy birthday, I can't believe it's been 25 years since 1997.
Yeah.
Also, play Team Nuclear for Craft and cut your hair.
You did that through Streamlabs, so it has the Luigi voice. Perhaps, Sinister. And thank you. Yeah, it's been 25 years since 1997. Alright. Be honest, I like the opening to DMC 1 a bit better. I'm gonna turn the audio down, it's just I have to do it in this, and I don't want to hit start in fear of skipping everything. Because you never know with these games. So I'm waiting for the cutscene to end. Also, for those that don't know, this is a blind run for me. I've not played this. And trust me, I will probably talk about Weezer and Sonic the movie throughout the stream, but it can wait. You know what? I should also turn on closed caption. I played Dead or Alive way back.
If the events of that terrible time were to reoccur, the fusing of both the demonic and human realms, we...
What the fuck is happening?
would have no means.
I played like every DMC up to this and I don't understand what's happening.
And so I ask you to unite and pray
Is that normal?
that even if such a dark time of chaos
Oh, that's what I looked like when I got bit by a dog when I was 11. I had a sling.
The storm.
Didn't have the white
Let
hair,
us
though.
pray.
Let us game, brothers.
Nero, what's wrong?
Can't take another call right now.
Here.
But it's not over yet.
All this preaching's putting me to sleep.
Greetings and happy birthday. What are your thoughts on the new Jonas Brothers song?
I thought it was funny that a day after Weezer dropped a new album, they were overshadowed by the Jonas Brothers. I don't know why, I just thought that was kind of funny in a cosmic sort of way. I don't know, I heard this song, it wasn't really... I'm not really the demographic for that. It's him. Me when I bite into the jam donut too fast. Sorry, I'm like that guy at the front of the movie theater that leaves his phone on. Let me mute it. Okay, this is more what I'm familiar with. Are they just gonna show the whole game in cutscene form? Like there's no gameplay? I think it's funny they give you an anti-aliasing option, but it clearly doesn't do anything. There's always a long first cutscene, I'm not surprised. Yeah. There's a slight stutter on like the stream. Maybe more like with the webcam too. Just the game. Oh, don't understand. Fuck you, YouTube. Which I don't even think it's broadcasting to, but I'm not allowed to stream to.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
Thanks for Waffle. Yeah, this isn't where 3 ended. But it may as well have been, with how convoluted some of these plots get.
You got a job, pal. And it's beginning to piss me off.
Oh yeah, I do see the stutter. Hold up. Peculiar. Is it over? I have automatic selected. That's good to know. God. 8-minute cutscene. That's a good way to start the game. It really gets me amped up to play. That's fine. Oh, can we not do this right now? Can I fix my audio settings first? Give me a minute, damn. Alright. Better. Hard to tell. Haircut stream? I think I'd let a professional do that. Not much for cutting my own hair. Yeah, I'm still, like, very confused as to what even is happening, but... fine. I guess this is what I get for turning on the tutorial. Well, while I'm playing through this, Weezer released a new album. And... I don't know, maybe I'm just looking for backup opinions here, but does anyone else also subscribe to the belief that the White Album was the true finale to Weezer? I don't mean that in like an asshole, they can't try new things way. I just mean like for all purposes, the name Weezer doesn't really have a definition anymore. I mean, it never really did, but I don't know. It's just another one of those unfortunate cases where I'm indifferent. I'm trying to side roll, but he's shooting me. RB sideways is doing nothing. So I have to do RB sideways and left stick A. Okay. Again, I literally just fucking muted it. My whole family. Nobody called me today. My mom and dad called me, and now everyone is calling me. No. There. It's almost like people had work until 6 o'clock. I have to wait till he's actually shooting. And he has to shoot at me? Okay. Black Album came out a few days ago. I want to fix this stutter, but the fucking game is half a movie, so it's not really giving me time to.
I guess this doesn't quite cut.
Worst song on Black was... I don't even fucking remember the names. It was such a forgettable album. Hold on, let me look this up. I literally had... I've tried to listen to it a second time, and it gave me tinnitus. I literally had a ringing in my ear, and I had to get up and stop listening to the album. Worst song was Too Many Thoughts in My Head. It sounded like a B-side to Death to False Metal. Best one was probably like High as a Kite. And even, you know, the best of the Black Album is still worse than the, you know, the worst of White. Worst is California Snow. No, because California Snow at least had the potential to be something great, where it's like, walk slow with a big stick. Whoop! You could go somewhere with that. But Too Many Thoughts in My Head, it's just too many thoughts in my head for 4 minutes. Like California, like they have the same problem, but I don't know. There was potential in one. I thought it was a really bad finale to the album. I thought it was really stitched on. What bugged me about it was that he built up this album since 2016, right? Right after the White Album. It was going to be a huge deal. He even said it was going to be, like, mature. He might even drop the word fuck in there somewhere. And you know what we got? It felt like an album of B-sides. It felt like Pacific Daydream, but a little bit better. Like, it was above PD, but still below whatever's next, you know. It's just, it has no reason to exist as an album. Like, if you had taken the Black Album's track list and said, oh, this is actually the B-side, this is the deluxe edition we released too early, these are the actual 10 tracks, I'd believe you. That's how disjointed a lot of the songs feel. We're not even going to talk about the whole Fortnite Island shit, you know. That's a whole different thing. I would love to ironically hear Rivers Cuomo rap. I'm trying, but he keep walking away. PD is just deluxe edition of White Album Deluxe. That's not true because only one song off of PD would fit onto White. They're completely irrelevant.
So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess.
You're not missing much if you don't listen to the album.
Tough guy, huh? Well, yeah.
Remember Cardigan Disaster? Remember, like...
I think I'll have to take you down a couple notches. Whatever you say.
I don't know. There are plenty of bands I'm much more excited to hear music from than Weezer this year. King Gizzard, Charlie Bliss. I don't know if Gorillaz are doing anything, but them are Blur, you know. Alright, let's get this bread, boys, in the corner of the first boss room. Carly Rae Jepsen as well. But here's the thing, we don't know that Carly Rae is actually releasing an album. She's released 3 independent single songs now, but she hasn't announced that they're off of an album. They're just 3 random songs that got put together. And you know, like, I didn't even really care that much for Party of One. You know, Jonas Brothers, still not probably for me, but probably more excited for that than I was Black Album. I like the new Charlie Bliss song. It was a lot more contemporary, but that wasn't a bad thing. I could see it fitting well onto a larger project album.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
Thanks, Meg.
Getting better. I would even go as far as to say that I underestimated your abilities.
Doesn't have Heaven on it. I think they released Heaven just to like appease the fans of that sound, the power pop.
We're the same.
That way when they made the next album that wasn't too power poppy, people couldn't say they got nothing out of it.
And them. Though I suspect you carry something different from the others. What are you talking about? You will come to learn the meaning.
I found you, Faker! Faker! It's like a scene for scene recreation.
Adios, kid.
That red hedgehog again, of all places. Clear time, 1 minute. That was the longest 1 minute of my life, Jesus. Doesn't sound like you're counting the cutscenes, which accounted for at least 16 minutes. Yeah, I'll turn on captions. The game is giving me no fucking chances to actually adjust the settings here. Oh, I'm literally trying to open the menu. I just skipped 2 important cutscenes. That's fine. Yeah, I played a DMC game before. I don't want to skip the cutscenes. It's just they decided to put 3 of them in a row, all with different separate loading screens. But I'm good now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm in game. Thoughts on the Sonic movie design? I thought it looked like one of those shitty local mascots for a car dealership. Or like, I think someone made a joke on Twitter where it looks like one of those shitty, like, mucus vitamin mascots. I also saw people try to revise the design just by, like, photoshopping it, and it instantly looked better. And I gotta say, I like the Chris Pratt poster Sonic more than this design. I didn't even like that design from that was like a concept design or whatever, right? At least that one kind of looked somewhat endearing, if a bit generic. The new one it's the new, presumably official one, isn't even endearing. It's just generic. Like, I'm not even one to subscribe to the Detective Pikachu hype. I think it looks pretty unkempt. But next to Sonic Boy, you know, it's, you know, Picasso painted Detective Pikachu. There's a large discrepancy in quality. I don't like the eyes. The eyes bother me. The shoes bother me. I don't even care that much about, like, the muscles or calves or whatever. It's the eyes. Specifically, like, the eyes and the, eyebrow areas. It looks like they're trying to cut into the Chipmunks hype. 6 years late. New orb. They have official Sonic Nike shoes, but they choose to use the generic ones. I bet you like $80 that they're gonna do something in the movie about it. Where they're gonna be like, oh, we need to get you a new pair of shoes, Sonic. How about these? Nike brand Sonic shoes. But it'll be called something else, and it'll be like a big deal. It's gonna be like when you get the soap shoes in Sonic Adventure. Or like the shoe power-up. It's gonna be a big plot point, and they're gonna use it. So not only are they going to advertise Nike with his default shoes, but then they're gonna do it twice halfway through the movie. That's what I think. I think they know about that shoe design, but they're trying to, like, milk it. Devil May Cry, piss his pants, maybe? You can leave my chat. Where am I going? Good to see we haven't got rid of these atrocious camera angles. After all these years. Wow, new free roam camera, but only in certain spots. Like Spider-Verse did, but worse. I mean, Spider-Verse didn't even really do anything like that bad. Sonic is going to, though. But honestly, I would rather them make the worst decisions possible for Sonic than to make good ones at this point. If we know that it's going to be cliche and awful, would you not want it to be as bad as possible? Like, why would you want them to try and redeem it at this point? I want it to be a case where nobody working on it gave a single shit, and there wasn't an ounce of passion from anyone there. And so you end up getting the jankiest, most cult classic awful movie possible. But knowing Sonic, that won't even happen, because they don't even care enough about their fans to give them ironic joy. Only disappointment. Also, does this classify as another Sonic reboot? I would count it. So, like, what are we on now? Like, 9? What does it want me to do? I guess I could go to the upper floor and, like, drop down. Why'd you skip through the tutorial message? I don't know. I think I was talking about Sonic. Let's get through a few things because I was trying to open the menu and I didn't realize that there were 3 back-to-back cutscenes and menus. I can't get through there. The MC5 comes out like this week, which is probably why you see so many people playing it. Keep seeing that red icon on doors.
Shall we dance?
Oh, you have taunts in this game now?
Come on!
Okay. I don't see the point. I'm trying to open the map. I don't know what button is the map. There isn't a button for the map. Good to know. You skip the tutorial that tells you where to go. Again, I was trying to open a menu and I skipped through like half of the starting stuff. Which I'll take blame for, but it doesn't seem like I have an option to fix that. I don't understand the Black Album infomercials. They're doing a weird thing where it's like... Alright, do I have a photo of this? Because it would probably be easier to explain if I showed you. No, of course I don't. So they were... If you bought the vinyl for the Black Album, everyone that ordered it would also get a spork. Ah, that's funny. And a rare amount of people, I think 10, would get like a special spork where they would get an early pressing limited release. Yeah, a spork, guys, in 2019. Also, they were doing, I think, a giveaway after the album came out of 500 Sharpies. 500 Black Album Sharpies. And in the tweet, they said it was a limited, or a lifetime supply. And then at the end of the tweet, they went, not actually, it's just 500 Sharpies. Okay. So, the marketing campaign of Black Album is, you know, full force out here, as you can tell. Oh. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I was doing. Yeah, the spork thing I'm still not quite over. I don't know who that's supposed to... So here's the thing. And I promise I won't be talking about the album all night. And I won't, probably won't talk about it in another stream. So, allow me to get it out of my system today. Weezer has always had a problem where they don't really know what their demographic is, but I feel like it's gotten worse. So, what's the deal with them making an 80s cover album, which is clearly marketing for the old school fans, or like, you know, the old diehard rock fans that kind of don't have anyone to go to now, where they're like, I remember the 80s. And then the Fortnite Island, which is clearly, you know, only going to reach a demographic of, you know, 13 and younger, generally. So those are two, that's a very wide, like what, there's no in between there, right? There's no one my age. For the 80s cover album and a Fortnite Island, where do the 20-somethings fall into that? Where do the 30-somethings? I don't even think anyone I mean, I guess someone in their 30s could appreciate an 80s album. Anybody could, but... You know, I just don't get it. I don't get the marketing tactic here. Secret missions. Give you varied riches. And... look for them, I guess. They're aiming for a boomer-zoomer crossover fan base. I don't have any other explanation. 20, 30-somethings don't exist. It's just weird. Because, like... I don't know. It's not like Blur or Radiohead or some band that like anyone can listen to. It's not like, you know, I love Weezer, they're no Queen. It's not like they have a wide... I mean, some of their songs do. Plenty of their stuff does appeal. But it's clear the Black Album is meant to appeal more to the, you know, the current mainstream market of like hip-hop. Or at least like the hip-hop rock crossover, which isn't even that large of a demographic to begin with. Also, what I really... Oh, I fucked up. You know what bugs me? How many times have I had to listen to Rivers Cuomo bitch about being a slave to rock music? We sold our souls to rock and now they won't let us try anything else? Here's my 9th song about how I hate my rock fans. Listen, I get it. I really do. I got enough people asking about my next TF2 video. I get it, Rivers. I really do. But, you know, this is like breaking up with someone and being hung up about it, you know, 8 years later. Like, at some point, Rivers has to acknowledge, like, alright, fuck it. I'm gonna focus on something that isn't being sad about everyone trying to keep me down. I felt like a lot of the Black Album was that. We sold our souls to rock and roll. Okay. Yeah, no one's keeping you here, Rivers. You're free to leave. Just make the album I want. That's all. Just make the album I want. Okay. The layout of this place reminds me of Alita. For some reason. I guess Alita didn't create like the post-apocalyptic town, but... You know, topical. Topical opinion. I like Can't Knock the Hustle. I like High as a Kite. And you know what? Living in LA isn't the worst. It has some catchy parts. The album isn't better than Pacific Daydream. I don't think anyone is knocking his ability to write a catchy chorus. But the second half of the album is super weak and slow. I feel like I feel like if the second half of the album was the same level as the first, I could at least go like, alright, this is, you know, this is what I wanted. But it feels like he got halfway through the album and then he didn't know what to do, so he just took 5 random songs and slapped them in. Anyone that listened to the Black Album, can you tell me what the running theme is throughout the album? Because I can't. He's living in California and he doesn't like rock music anymore, and that's it. What's the theme of the Blue Album? The Blue Album, I mean, it has a consistent tone. It might not have a consistent theme. I mean, if you really wanted to read into it, the theme is clearly about, like, I don't even know how to articulate it. It's like... It's just like a dorky theme, is all. It's like... I'm figuring shit out, and everything's crumbling around me, but I'm trying my best. But with the Black Album, it doesn't even have that consistent tone. We suck, but it's cool. Yeah, like that's the Blue Album. The Black Album, it doesn't have a consistent tone of like, yeah, so what? We're here. Get used to it. It doesn't have a tone of, man, I'm trying my best. Like, it's just, everything is so disjointed, is all. Every song, there are a couple songs that feed into each other, but for the most part, you could rearrange the order of that album and it would have no effect. If anything, it could only improve. Just because there's nothing to begin with. It wasn't a mixtape of bad ideas. Like, I think the songs individually work. I don't think it's a big deal if they do some different sounds. But at least be a little innovative with it. Again, it's at the end of the day, it's just... you know, what's that old saying that the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference? Yeah, I'm really indifferent Weezer right now. I indifferent the hell out of Weezer right now. This is backtracking. What's the theme of the White Album? The theme of the White Album is super good. It's like a shitty summer, basically. It's like, my summer sucks, but I'm trying to make the most of it. You guys are, like, don't confuse a theme with concept. A concept album is something that tells a story start to finish. You know, you could argue Pinkerton was a concept album because it's a collection of events in some sort of order. I mean, that's not really a concept album. A concept album is more like Pink Floyd's The Wall or Plastic Beach by Gorillaz. But you don't have to have a concept to have a theme, is all. Wait, so I open that... I know I need to get out to that walkway, but I can't turn my camera, so I guess I gotta backtrack and reach there. Okay. But like the White Album it has a definitive theme. And that's the thing. Initially, Black Album was supposed to be taunt an enemy, be warned, the effect of a taunt varies. It didn't really do much. Initially, the Black Album was supposed to be sort of like a modern nighttime sort of vibe, where you're driving through the streets at 1 a.m. through California, and maybe like your friends took too many Xanax or whatever. But I don't even really feel that in the album. I feel it individually in some tracks, but across the entire album, I don't feel like there's any progression, you know? Like, the start of the album and the end of the album, it doesn't sound like Rivers learned anything throughout the making of it, which I guess you could argue is reading too far into it, but it's like, you know, what am I supposed to contract from listening to this album? What am I supposed to take out of this viewing experience? Yeah, I heard about Jake Sinclair working with them again for the next one. Jake Sinclair made the White Album, and he is a big fan of old school Weezer. But I also know that Rivers had a lot of arguments, not maybe arguments, but complaints about how that was made. So I do not expect another White Album. For all purposes, I think the White Album was the conclusion of old school Weezer. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. I don't even mean that in an I'm upset way. I just mean I don't think we're gonna get any more Weezer like that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay if we don't get more Weezer like that. I just want good music. That's all. I think Jake Sinclair, if him and Rivers can work something out, They can do great things. But knowing Rivers, he'll probably cut Jake right before the album is made. What do I want? I'm tempted to auto skill because I don't want to... I was never a big fan of having to manage my upgrades in the first place. But at the same time, I don't want to regret this later. I'm going to set it to auto. Orthodox. Okay. I'm too lazy to upgrade. Too busy talking about washed up rock bands. I've been working on the last 2 weeks is Back to Big Guitarist. Blue album-ish, but more riffy. The new working title is Van Weezer. What the fuck? Van Weezer? Is that the name of the album, or... Van Weezer and OK Human?
Demons.
He's fucking with you. He's fucking with people. I don't believe that. OK Human? He's fucking OK Human? Is that actually listed here? The hell is this? Oh, sorry, I'm reading through this article. He continues, Van Weezer is in Mortal Kombat with OK Human, a record that's mostly done. He's working on an actual album named OK... I feel like that this is illegal. He's not allowed to do that. Weird. I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna... I bet you he's gonna flip-flop for like the 8th time. You know how like they made the Blue album in Pinkerton and then they flip-flopped and then they like came back for a little bit and then they flip-flopped again and then they came back for a little bit and then they flip-flopped again and that's where we are now. They're gonna flip-flop again and be like, you know what, we'll make some old school stuff. And then 4 years down the line, we're gonna be getting more Pacific Daydream. And maybe that's the Weezer cycle, man. Maybe that's how it's meant to be. Is it really so bad if we take a couple bad albums in between some great ones? You know? No, I'm paying attention to the story. It's just I don't understand it, even when paying attention. Oh, I need a weak spot. Why the fuck would he name an album OK Human, which is clearly a play of Kid A? Well, I guess... Not Kid A. OK Computer. And probably, like, Gorillaz Humans. Just weird. Yeah, I don't think Guns Only is going to win this. Because the human is okay. I've been playing some Dark Souls 3 DLC in my free time, so I have to stop trying to control it like I'm playing Dark Souls. But I mean, crosses over enough. Nice. That dodge didn't work. I had to be off the ground. Shit, I don't know how to run. What? If I use like my special attack, I can knock him up in the air, which I like. What score do you think Fantana will give him it? He gave Pacific Daydream a 4, right? And that was kind of where I thought it was. So if he's thinking the same way I am, probably a 6. I don't think it'll be higher than like a strong 6. I don't want a gold orb, because I'm not even that far in. My logic was, I liked the first half of the album. And the first half of the album was like 5 tracks, so 5 solid points. But there wasn't really another song I liked, so I kind of gave it a generous extra point. Just to round out the second half of it. So a total of 6 out of 10. That's my logic, at least. Yeah. Yeah, I remember it was a 4 because I think he gave, like, Curly or something a 4 too. And I was trying to see if that was his lowest ranked Weezer album. Can't really hit him if I do that, but I can dodge pretty well. He gave Hurley a 7. Oh yeah, that was... The 4 for Pacific Daydream was telling. I don't think he'll go that low with Black, though. I think it's an easy... It's above a 5. It's not a bad album. I'm trying to use my grapple to just wail on him, but it's not really working. Still, I don't even really understand the HUD in this game either, so I'm trying to get a feel for what I can do in the first place. Later. I'm also not sure how I can heal myself either. I don't think I have any devil stars. And I really need help, so... Fuck, it won't grapple. I guess I was out of the range? You know what? Yeah. Right, the green ones. There has to be a run button. Whatever. I also can't unlock the camera off of him. Do you think if I asked him really nicely, he'd let me ride him? You're making this worse? It sounds like you're wrong. Break the house, please. That got me, damn. Blocking me. Oh, he broke the other ones too. Fuck. There's a run mechanic in every game, but I can't get it to work. I think all of the orbs dried up too. Fucking great. Guess I'll do this without him. Damn. I guess that's a good time to use all that money that I've saved up. Thanks, snacks. Yeah, I need some of these. I shouldn't rely on stars, though. I get a small one. I skill up. There's too many options. It gives me too many things to level up. I don't know what's... I'm too worried about, like, wasting my money. Plus, I don't know how much damage each does.
Need money?
I guess, like, a combo upgrade would help.
Happy birthday, FUNKe. I'm still trying to understand how to write funny comments here, so instead I'm gonna write a joke that's too long for TDS. What's the difference
Please do.
between the oral thermometer and the rectal thermometer?
Wait, I don't have
Taste.
enough. Oh, it's a different currency. The taste. You should keep trying magic. You'll get there. Until then, good luck. Alright. Good enough. Wasn't the run mechanic an unlockable? That's kind of bogus, if true. It keeps moving my mouse back. Okay. I need to learn the range on this grapple. Oh, come on. Oh, we can block now. don't want him to destroy these houses. He's gonna do it anyways. Oh, the backswing got me. He is 3 hits from being done.
Don't ask. Damn thing drives me crazy, though.
So quirky.
And he
Thanks,
would
Sealger. If you have a question, you just ask it in chat. You don't have to sub. My chat's not that fast. I can see the message. Also, you don't have to spam the chat with, "Can you give me another sub message? I have a question." You can just ask the question. I don't think I've even beaten Galaxy 2, let alone speedrun it. You've already sent this, Sinister.
Hey, Pauling here. I got invited to something called a key party. I guess we all trade houses
this
or
is the
something.
hot dog one.
Anyway, they wanted my keys and I said no. If they keep pressing, I brought my gun. I've got a contract coming your way.
I think that's actually a Steam scam, and they're trying to get Miss Pauling's keys. And it's a clever meta joke about the current state of Steam trading. I think that's it. Yeah, I beat the previous DMCs. $500 for you to die during a 12-hour speedrun? I think I'd prefer you keep your money to that, honestly. Never one of these games without a mine level, right? This is the thing I don't like. It kills all of your, like, momentum when you have to stop and upgrade. Stopping everything to go through menus isn't fun for me. Yeah, I'm gonna save up for Snatch too. Need that range. And they say DMC isn't a platformer. I want that orb. But I can't get it. Followed up depth perception. Like, you can clearly get there, but you can't tell where you have to stand to do it. Like, can I just jump right here and reach it? Do I have to fling myself there? Thanks, Buncha. It's a nice shirt. Whatever, I'll just leave it. Not worth having to climb it 6 more times. I think I need like a jump upgrade. Oh, I got it. That is why I need the reach upgrade. See, I'm fine with the games having these platformings. It just doesn't work with the whole camera system. I like that they give you the free camera in, you know, like battle areas and all that. But I just want that camera for the platforming, you know? I should be basing where I am in the air relative to, you know, where I'm looking. And it's hard to do that with a static camera. Because you can't really gauge distance. Thanks, Mick. I think there's something over here. The camera keeps flipping on me and I can't tell if I've been to places. I got like a half sneeze in my head right now. Like a halfway sneeze, like it can't decide if it wants to or not, and it's pissing me off. Dude. Total deja vu right now. City of Irithyll? Am I gonna have to cross the big bridge too? With a weird dog thing? I think it's busted. How are you gonna fucking tell me this isn't Irithyll? Or Irithyll isn't this, I guess. I don't know what the timeline is. It's a good thing that I brought my long fall boots for my separate side adventure into Aperture Science. Okay. I got fire advantage, right? I was trying to hit one with the other, but I guess I can't. Oh, I can't throw it off the edge? That's just disappointing. Well, I think this came out before Dark Souls 3, if you want to get technical. But the Irithyll vibe is pretty hard to ignore. You know what? Even some Anor Londo vibes, which is Dark Souls 1. So, technically, they're in the right still. God, I wish that were me. Seeing this? Boy, I tell you, some of these camera angles are really pushing it. It's 2B. Yeah, this is definitely some near cinematography. It's not a black Bayonetta. That's like maybe Mediterranean Bayonetta.
I owe you thanks.
You're from the Order?
He's in, boys.
I've never seen you before.
With a baby face like that, what girl could say no? Boobs, the character.
You're Nero, right? I've heard rumors.
Hasn't everyone?
Quite a few, in fact, and none too flattering.
So, what's the deal? Where are they coming from?
It's strange. No matter the number you kill, more will come.
Good thing I don't have eye tracking
Then
software
I'll leave
on.
that chore to you. I've got some personal slaying to take care of.
I'll join with the others. We'll take care of them. May the Savior be with you on your journey.
What a peculiar encounter.
Savior.
How is she not free? You can see your fucking breath in the air. Are you loco, lady? What the fuck is wrong with you? You have like thick skin? Is she like 50% blubber? There's no way. I was wearing a scarf half of the day because it was chilly. It's not even that cold. Getting chills looking at this place. Also because it's cold. Only that which makes an impact will break it. Guess a sword doesn't count as an impact.
I'm fishing
No, still not
for
500.
Bowser's cock.
Thanks, iDog. Kind of just free roaming now. Oh look, he was appreciating the artwork. If you can call that artwork. It's Moon Cow. I wouldn't call it a window since it's inside the house and not see-through. I wouldn't call it a mirror either. So it must be a painting. A gyro blade is enshrined beyond this obstacle, only that which makes an impact. What if I master the rotation? Just run really fast at it. Yeah, I dog. Oh, I do games. I thought it was iDog Ames. I think I was wrong. Probably put some capital letters in there. I'm trying my new combos. They're not. There we go. I'm aware you can show in-game nudity. I've been on Twitch for 4 years. I'm pretty aware of what you can get away with. That said, a lot of people get away with stuff you shouldn't get away with, so maybe I don't know. Seems safe. Ooh. Oh, too early. You know, I should have known this was coming. Played it more safe, I wouldn't have to fight them all again. I don't know what the rules are on male nipples, and that's the reason you've never seen all 3 of mine. And I don't really want to do a body painting stream, you know. You know, I'm legitimately curious. I know that you can't present nipples, like, generally bar none, right? But a supernumerary nipple is technically not a nipple. It doesn't have, like, it's not attached to anything, right? For all purposes, it's basically a mole, but it looks like a nipple. So if I showed just my supernumerary nipple, could I get away with it? If I got banned, would that be, like, would that set a precedence? These are a lot of questions that I don't think we'll ever answer. I think your ears ringing with the Black Album isn't a problem with the album, you just have tinnitus. Yeah, no shit, I think you may be onto something. Get up there. Can't even grapple anything. Yeah, I always like see people with earplugs at concerts and I think, that's so lame. But when I got like straight tinnitus for like 15 minutes straight one night, I realized I'm the true fool. I've been trying to be way more like cautious with my ears now, because my tinnitus is like varied. From what I know, it doesn't explicitly get worse over time if you don't like consistently you know, blast your ears with sound. But I've like changed my headphones and kept everything a lot quieter. Because honestly, I think I could live without hearing. But tinnitus, I'd like to avoid. Die already, damn. I worked at a factory, and I learned earplugs are a must in 90+ decibels. Yeah, I mean any loud noise in general is bad for your ears. And as someone who listens to rock music, that hurts to accept, but you have to. You know? I could live without hearing, except I like Weezer songs. Well, see, I could live without hearing, but I would miss being able to play music. I could do that thing, I think it was Beethoven. He had a piano, and when he went deaf, what he did was he got like a metal bar melded onto his piano, and he would bite it while he played. And the vibrations would send, like, he would be able to tell the tone based off of the vibrations that it made. So I'll just do that if I go deaf. It was actually pretty interesting. I don't know, like, how he did it. I don't know, like, where. Like, was he just sitting at the piano like this the whole time? I bet you there's some YouTube videos of people doing it. That's where I can find out. I like hitting the enemies with the enemies. Yeah, this is definitely giving me an Orlando vibe. It's fine if you enjoy the Black Album. I think that there is an audience for the Black Album that would enjoy it a lot. I'm just not that audience, you know? The dead end? I figured the camera would have changed. And I can't run, so I can't get in position. What is it? Trying to figure out what that thing in the corner affects, but I'm hearing sounds from down the hallway, but I'm not seeing anything. You have to keep hitting the wheel? You mean like I need to? Or are you poking fun at the fact that I am? Oh. I thought that was it. I don't think I own an apron. That's why there's no cooking stream. I need an apron. Can someone mod DMC4 so the taunt is replaced with, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna say it. I don't know if it's still the 5th for you, but happy birthday. I mean, it is, but even if it wasn't, it's not like it wouldn't apply. Like, I've still aged. I've not played the DMC5 demo. I wanted to hold off while I played this. Didn't really make much sense to skip past this for that. I need more. I'm saving my other currency to get a longer grab attack. Yeah, you asked me yesterday. Today isn't yesterday, it's today.
That's one way to get yourself shot.
Goblin Slayer?
So, you after this guy too, or just here to catch some demons? Silent type, huh? Well, that's annoying. Much for friendly banter.
That's a sturdy ass book.
You wanna fight? Come on.
Is that Harry Potter? Oh, look away, that was boobs. Oh jeez, it's getting everywhere. I will now use that move exclusively. The pelvic thrust of death. This game likes to often show enemies as if they're bosses, but they always end up being wave enemies.
Empty.
Alphonse? Look at his cape. Look at his fucking a bit of a wiggly vest there. Arrow. How old are you now? How old do you think I am? That's a question I always like to ask. You're right. Psychedelic. I mean, you're wrong. I'm 25. Actually, no. I'm turning 18. Because if I'm turning 22, that means that I'm not hip anymore. And I'm not old. I'm turning 19. You are cool with the youth, don't worry. Yeah, my viewer numbers say otherwise. But you know what? I'll believe you anyways. I ain't doing so hot, but your streams kept me happy, so I wanted to say thank you. Now, I feel like an ass for not streaming for a week, but it means a lot, man. I've been there. But you gotta grapple somewhere, right? I don't see anything I can, like, grapple onto. What? It has to be, like, can't have an overhang. Oh. Oh. I'm not sure what I'm looking for then, because I don't recall what I just got. Yeah. I gotta, like, go to a corner or something? This doesn't feel right. Hit the giant-ass Beyblade with your B. Beyblade? It's not... Oh. Now it is. Oh, I thought I'd, like, put in the middle. Damn. Fat skill points. Wait, can I skip 2 and just get 3? No, I can't. Fine, I'll get both. Man, I need 10,000 for the next orb. Nice. 20-meter emerald splash. I like how they just boogie waiting to fight. Say what you want about this game, but it has charm to it. It knows it's stupid. Bye-bye. I'm trying to censor myself of anime references tonight. So we'll see. The spinny plate. I intend to play DMC5 unless there's something so regressive about this game that I refuse to play it, but I like the first one, so I can't imagine that happening. Found it. Don't weeb out on us. It's gonna be hard. Been watching Mob Psycho recently, which in my opinion is what I wanted psychic, whatever that Netflix anime is. What I wanted that to be. Good. Get out of the corner. FUNKe weeb. It's 2019. It's cool to be a weeb. It's a normie culture. In fact, it's actually weird to not like anime. I know some of you are out of it and you didn't hear, but everyone agreed. It's cool to like anime now. Nobody told you because no one wants to talk to you. Sorry. I'm the first to break code. Mob Psycho or One Punch? One Punch is better. Mob Psycho is good, it's fun, but it's far from unique. Like, there are hundreds of shows just like Mob Psycho. It just happens to do the concept of, like, you know, what if special powers were a normal thing? It does it well. Really well animated. But One Punch Man is objectively a better, like... I'm not a big fan of the whole, like, hero, you know, whatever it is, the hero college or whatever they call it. But the idea of Saitama is a fresh character. Whereas the Mob Psycho characters, they've kind of been done. Yeah, I didn't watch Mob Psycho the other day, but it's been 5 days, and I watched it within those 5 days. Technically, I haven't watched Season 2, but I know the show. That works. No spoilers. Damn. No spoilers. Wait, what? It's one of those puzzles where I gotta put them in a certain place, right? Do I have to, like, slam it? Collect the 4 statues and open the way. Oh, okay, I need to grab 2 more then. You can do that. They're probably, like, locked behind doors. They have to be in this area. Yep. Oh, I bet I have to run one all the way to the end of the hall. Fuck. That's gonna take a while. Well, where's the other one? Probably the other side. Okay, let's get this over with. Probably check it, but whatever. That works. Yeah, don't go that way. Oh damn, I can use them as weapons. Well, I could have if they hadn't gone here. Strike. You know, those like 3 years I spent doing competitive bowling when I was like 11 paid off. Everyone laughed at me, but it paid off. Straight down the line. All those hours I put into Wii bowling, not a waste of time. I actually did. My mom signed me up for bowling when I was a kid. No bumpers. I'm not trying to like flex on you guys, but no bumpers. Like, I'm talking about real shit. Alright, I'm gonna run down the hallway because I don't want to throw this all the way down just to realize it's not over here. Yep, it's through this door. Okay. There's a whole different side thing then. Real men play with bumpers. Hate to break it to you. Whatever makes you feel better, tell yourself what you want. No, I'm just barely not good. There we go. I played without bowling shoes? That's just a bad idea. They give you grip. If you're not wearing bowling shoes, you're just irresponsible. I'm not gonna applaud you for that. Proceed further, the power to repel fire must be obtained. Perhaps a gyro blade. I don't have a gyro blade. Can I get one through the door? Or is there one in here? I don't have a gyro blade. Yes, I do. I'm not gonna make this one go flying. I don't trust myself. You know what? I need to have more faith. Sure. I feel like you've already put so many puzzles on me in this section. The fact that they have the nerve to also make me have to fight a room, you're pushing it. You're pushing my patience here. I've been kicking around Beyblades the last 20 minutes. And yeah, that was like pretty much my whole childhood. But who asked if I wanted to relive my childhood? If I wanted to relive my childhood, I would go pay some dude to beat me up. I'm gonna open the door, right? Fuck. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're just gonna ignore the fact that these switched places, because I definitely had one right there. This place is haunted. I don't think I ever recovered from that car crash 4 years ago. I think this is just my consciousness making shit up along the way.
This blizzard must be these demons.
Gotta say, conscious, good choice. Good choice. They take no damage. And I'm comboing. I'm not gonna say I expected the anglerfish boss, but I can't say I'm surprised.
Cut me some slack. I'm just not big on toads. I'll finish this quickly. It's gonna scar me for
So is this hotter or notter than before? I haven't decided. I hate having weirdly shaped ears where half my headphones just don't stay in. But it's the life I chose when I decided to be born with an asymmetric face. I spec too far into charisma. I forgot about my physical build in real life. Okay. Overkill. I could really use some green right now. Uh-oh. Okay, Gunny Bear. I'm not gonna acknowledge that. I don't know where the other one is. Those blue icons I'm locking on. Like I'm locking onto its intestines. You figure it'd lock onto one of its, like, bait antennas or its tail. But it's just going straight for the liver. Oh, I set myself up for that one. Uh-oh. This is bad timing to get eaten. It's okay, I only had half of a single bar left. That was just my test run to see if I was possible. If I was capable of beating him. It's good to know that he has a final eat you move. I guess standing in front of his teeth was a bad idea. I know what the blue icon does. I was referring to the fact that it locks on to the middle of his body. Nope. You know what? I think I could use one heal thing. Just one backup. Additionally... increasing the X gauge to 2 slots allows you to access 2 exceed moves. I didn't even know I had 1 slot. That works. Get sprint. I didn't look. But you're right. Yeah, yeah. Oh fuck, I jumped into it. That's fine. I'm into it, actually. Wait, did it eat me before it actually started the fight? I think that's some sequence breaking. I wasn't saying anything weird. I meant I'm inside of it. I'm inside of... You know what? That sounds just as bad. Forget it. Again! Motherfucker has... It all worked out. keep grabbing her. I don't even have to chase. The funny face. You figure that would be what I do every time he eats me, but I guess I have to do it by choice. Sure. Yikes. Fuck. I have hella health, so I think I can survive it. Trying to not use my star. Oh, it's a bait. I was trying to dodge away, but I was locked on. You know what? I'm not gonna use my star. I don't need it. I've learned. But just in case, I'll be ready to. Nope. Not doing it. Ain't falling for that shit twice, Frogger. Hella help.
That's exactly what I think.
Sounds like me talking to my meat at 8 a.m. when I haven't gone to bed.
Come on, it's just nasty. Wait, did he say brothers?
That's right, bitch. It was a mini-boss. And now they're just gonna keep spawning as normal enemies.
Oh, that's fair. Now I've got to fight a whole herd of these things. Sorry, pal. We're closed.
Dude, that was so cool when he said, dude, sorry pal, we're closed. That was epic. What? Okay. Leave the invisible wall up, I guess. Nice. If you can't get Aegis Slash and Sword and Shield, I'm not even buying the game. You will, but it's gonna be a trade-only Pokemon. Not in the wild. You know. Dementors? but edgier. Sorry, fellas, I gotta upgrade my items. Can the fight wait? I appreciate it. You know how it is. Speed? Is that sprint? Doesn't exactly define sprint. I'm gonna assume that's what I need. Activate exceed to max out exceed gauge. Your timing must be perfect. Oh, I definitely need air hike. That's important. Come back for that. Oh shit, I can bust it up. I don't know how to use the speed. I can't damage them. Sorry, I'm just farming points. I'm trying to use my surroundings here, but my surroundings are completely empty. I'm seeing like guts spill, so I'm guessing I'm doing damage. Doesn't really give me any visual feedback. Okay. So yeah, that works. The men in gauze. The men in gauze. Raise stylish ranking without attacking. So basically just taunt. I'm not sure how to do this. Also, I don't know like when I'm done. I don't like this one. I like attacking. Also, I think I need something. I bet I like need an upgrade. Looks like I'm right. You know what? Big star. Fuck. Why are you standing up there? He's waiting for a Szechuan sauce. He got angry, waiting. He can't get down. Tony, you get down from the mantle right now, young man, or I will get your father on the phone. Fuck you, Mom. Mom, help me. I don't know how to get down. When I was younger, my dad would put me on like the other side of the rails, on like the, not at the top of the stairs, but like right outside like the first 3 or 4, and I would freak out because I didn't want to fall. And I think that's what this guy's doing. He's afraid of falling. Sorry, Tony, I'm gonna have to pull you out of your misery. Your father told you no playing on the mantle. He's trying his best. Manipulate the blades and raise everything. I can do that. It's gonna need to be a little faster than that. Probably should have checked that side route. But whatever. I'm not a big fan of the gyro mechanic in this. I like it in concept, but the movement's a little too tedious for it to be fun, you know? Even with the spin. Plus the cameras don't help. Like, I can't look down to the right side and see where I'm throwing this. It's a minute left, so I'll humor it. I ain't gonna do this. Probably missed one anyways. Block in the streets, cock in the... Oh, you get it. Not even a bad joke counter for that. You guys have given up on me. Anybody can. Bullet sponges. That is your purpose as an NPC. Not a challenge. Just annoying. Still nothing here, huh? I'm not quite sure what I'm searching for. That might be it. Oh man. This is gonna be a fucking puzzle. Don't fall, buddy. I don't think that's how physics work, but okay. Was Nero T-posing while he fell? Can't. I have no air control. It's a good thing I never have to reload. It'd be easier if you were on my screen while I was attacking you. Crazy taxi! I have no fucking camera control. Crystallized angel wing. It can stimulate a divine response in specific equipment. A little vague, but okay. But if I want all of the beads, then I'm gonna have to go down again. It's tempting. Okay. Guess I finally have a use for that thing in the middle of the mansion. If Dante started a band, what do you think he would name it? I bet it would have like a Z in it and an X. Like the Zexo Death Knights. But it wouldn't actually be like a black metal band, it would just be some lame, like whiny emo shit. He seems like that kind of guy. He would name it Devil May Cry. You know, Devil Tears actually sounds like a name he would give it. And then the demons would require royalties for them, for the name stealing. Devil's coming to take some of the profits. The Station Nightclub Fire. That just sounds sad. Maybe like Raiden would even play drums. Virgil could be like bass guitar. Because nobody wants to sleep with the bassist. I'm good, fellas. I think I'm gonna pop out of this room. That's the wrong way. I was just trying to get to the mansion middle. I don't remember what door it is. I don't think I've gone here yet, though. Creator DMC5 thought of giving Dante a saxophone as a weapon, but thought it was too much. What the fuck? Why would you tell me that? You've broken my heart to know that that doesn't exist now. I don't think it'd be too much. Motherfucker plays air guitar. I think playing the saxophone isn't the weirdest thing. Not even an air guitar, it's a weapon. A weaponized guitar. If anything, I'd say that not giving him a saxophone is too little. I think I've been here. I've already looked at that. Dude, this place is a maze. So, I'm on the right. I think I have to go backwards towards the center. Right? Yeah. Map isn't fucking helpful. I like the map for the first one. Way better. It had like the multi-flooring. 3D. Alright. That's not what I was doing, but okay, we'll pretend I didn't slice it. A person who plays saxophone outside of a band is the same thing as a person who plays Wonderwall on guitar. I weirdly believe you. Like, that weirdly makes sense. Okay, that's a good counter-argument, honestly. There goes my dreams of learning the saxophone. Don't have a band. Oh, my eyes, that is bright. This is me when someone makes me wake up before 9. And that's me when I fall asleep at 9:01.
You have awakened.
I like how you can see the stitching on his model, like the little shiny bits,
It is only a matter
where
of
the
time
polygons
before
are clearly fucking up.
He came to us. It was fortunate I was able to participate in the Ascension ceremony.
What is with everyone, like, having vibrating body parts?
His Holiness. You look magnificent.
I have camera control. Why even give me camera control? It looks like I'm watching Cloverfield.
you question my command.
I'll just do this for every cutscene, and someone's gonna come in and think, wow, this cutscene fucking sucks.
Our
Press the
priority
triggers.
is to capture Dante.
Doesn't do anything. Oh, those...
Yes, Your Holiness.
Gather everyone.
I just have to drop the The stream quality to like 360. 144. It's like an entry-level film student who just bought a new camera and he's testing it. First day of the job. It's weird. How do I zoom out? Where's the focal button? Focus on their ears. That's so stupid. All tension is thrown out of the room. Mission Resurrection. Release the true power that resides within. The power within. Half-Life? Left 4 Dead? Ring any bells? Minecraft Dropper? I was looking for upgrades, but looking dry. How does someone regularly wake up past 9 a.m.? What the fuck do you mean? I have to try to not. Not enough power. I set an alarm at 9 every morning just so I can shut it off. Sleep for another hour. Or 4. Silverfish. I guess my sword is now a motorcycle. I don't know why it would make that sound. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Still attacking. Everything's a motorcycle if you try hard enough. Your mother teach you that one? Sorry. We're good now, right? Or is there more? Lol, I wake up at 5 p.m. Whoa, take it easy on the flexing, Mr. Early Bird. I don't even have days. I just wake up and then I start streaming. And once the stream ends, I fall asleep. I'm pretty much hibernating 9 times out of 10. You know what this room weirdly reminds me of? Playing Jailbreak in TF2, where you would get locked in that room where you had to stand on like the colored tile, and then they'd hit the button and make the tiles either kill you or save you. This room's reminding me of that. It's just weird flashback. Concerning life or death in this hell, we are the ones who weave that spell. If moving forward is what you intend, then guiding your other self to the door is what we recommend. And now your fate we decide strike us, or your progress will be denied. Pretty poor use of syllable count there. 6. Mario Party time. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm playing some Mario Party, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Even though I'm not technically Dante. It's a long story. At least they didn't hear the motorcycle joke. And thank you, Greg. You couldn't pay me, like, you could pay me $1 million and I wouldn't even touch the Make-Believe album. I'm good. I think it was the raid that gave me the luck of the 6 dice roll. But I don't know if that's luck, really, since I ended up having to fight this wave. Hold on, I gotta get style points by Fortnite dancing. Or not. I forgot about that sub sound. You can't do this to me, Gio. You can't. I've been through too much today. Carnage. Look at this carnage of me beating up a single guy. Absolute manslaughter. You who grasps the die with devilish hand, your fate is sealed by the die's command. No matter what fortune you hope to receive, with your devilish touch, unknown fate, the die will weep. Okay. Leave it to the SoundCloud rappers, buddy. What's white mean? Okay, white is die. White is die, red is dead, blue is blue. If you hit the dice with the number you want facing up, you'll get it. What? Oh. Can you change the die roll before spinning it? Guys, everyone has to give me your stars now. Oh, I see. You mean like wait for it. Well then, where am I going? I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 6. Waiting for a 6. I saw the 6. I'm scared, guys. I don't want to do it. Does it do it in order? Got it. No, I needed a 5. I'd miscounted. I knew skipping 3rd grade would come back to haunt me. Well, this is a little fucked up. I think I'll survive. Hey, at least I got the number I wanted. Just reset. Just restart the game. Just remove all progress. I don't remember what yellow is, but 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. I'm not miscounting. The lines are, yeah, 3. That was it. Okay, so it is in order. So right after the 6. Easy. Reset the run. Run dead. PB lost. One, 2, 3, 4. 4 is after 1. I panicked. Three. goes 351426. That doesn't really help me now, Fib. I appreciate you telling me, but when I'm one dice roll away from beating it, knowing the entire order doesn't help me too much. I can even fuck with the camera for menial cutscenes. That's great. Which door is new? This one? Tony, sorry, it's a new camera. Do you have the stabilizer on? No, I don't know what button it is. Go into the sub menu, Tony. No, now it's zoned. Why are you looking? I found the stabilizer. Dramatic zoom in.
You've come just as I'd expected.
Huh. Who the hell are you?
They don't even give you full camera control either, so you just have to look at these shitty ass angles.
Privy to my existence.
Funny to figure an order official out for a stroll in a hellhole kind of place like this.
Hellhole? Watch your words!
Sorry, I'm having too much fun.
Mouth as I had heard, the rumors proved true. As were the new ones concerning your...
Okay, I wasn't even zoomed in there. That was just a shitty angle.
Killing me because of the way I talk. Great.
Looks like a visual error, not an animation.
More demons.
This is all Kratos' doing. It was Kratos who ordered you to follow Dante. It was Kratos.
Half of these literally aren't even me fucking with the camera. It's just the most unstable, zoomed in shots that they could come up with.
I don't have to answer to you. For you are...
What the fuck was that? I didn't touch the camera. Why did it go through the wall? Is there like another button that I'm missing? Where you can keep it in bounds? That was the actual camera just leaving the room for 3 seconds. Sentient swords. What is this? Devil May Cry 1? Yes, it went through a hole in the grate, but it didn't exactly have a focal point. It wasn't exactly focused on anything. Unless you count, like, the background. Just break the window. Just shoot him. Just shoot yourself with a bullet so you don't have to play the game. Dory. Alright, this is just like playing Jailbreak. Me big baby, me need Vital Star to survive. I didn't even realize this is a boss. I thought it was just like a shitty side mission. Oh, so you can damage him. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, you throw the swords at him. Dio style. That makes sense. I'm kind of just standing still for most of this fight. I'm gonna need another one. I wouldn't call it reinforced. It's interesting how I keep hitting him with his swords and he chooses to keep throwing swords at me. Not the most thought out plan. Why wouldn't, like, if I was him, I would, like, have some neurotoxin planted in here. You know? So much for that. Or that. I don't know how to stop those. I guess I could shoot them? That doesn't seem to do anything. Fuck. Not even halfway there. I'll take the hits. Bad angle. Fuck. Oh shit, it worked. Couldn't jump. Well, I finally understand why they call these bullet hells, or hack and slashes. Guess this isn't really a bullet hell. Because I was dehydrated. Every time I get asked to play Darksiders, I wait another month before I play Darksiders. Wait, did it spawn me looking at a backtracking door? Spawn me at the other door. Fuck, I gotta walk all the way back. The cheer is like a little flame coming out of the bomb ignition. It's dealing with the multiple sources of swords. It's a problem. And you can't hit them too many times or they bust up. Also, I don't know how to consistently do like the pull down. Oh, I could just straight up grab him in the air. Alright, that's... I think I figured it out. That grab upgrade was actually perfect for this. You really gotta time it. Good camera angle. I'm trying to preemptively attack so I can stop the swords, but that just does nothing. Like, it would just be better to dodge them and not try at all to stop them. From this angle, it looks like the same door. I keep getting confused. Come. Uh-oh. Grab the one midair, not the one on the floor. And I don't have any items to heal either. Yeah, I don't, like, know what to do in this situation. I got 3 of them coming after me. You ever fight the bats in Ocarina of Time? You know how, like, nobody ever wants to do that? Yeah, I'm getting vibes. Here's the thing you gotta understand. Using pre-locked cameras with the shitty lock... Well, I guess it's not shitty, but... Pre-locked cameras in a 3D space with flying enemies is never fun. Especially, like... I'm just trying to, like, parry them. I'm trying to parry the pink things. I'm playing a Cuphead style. But I have no control over what I'm focusing. So what happens is I end up getting myself hit. and I never have a chance to attack one because there's always 3 focusing me. I guess if I got better at grabbing them while they're in the air, I wouldn't have to worry. Jumped once. Wrong focus. It's right here. One more hit. Probably one more.
That's the mud power. How can it be?
Look who's talking, jackass. Answer my question. What the hell's going on here?
How profound. It's magnificent.
Okay, did you even hear me?
If you want answers, then I shall give them to you. It has only been a few years since I began this research. Could we isolate and bind the
I like to think that there's a henchman that's like working a camera around the facility, but it was bring your kid to work day. So there's like a 6-year-old sitting in his lap, fucking with the controls.
And you may as well ditch the efforts, pal, because His Holiness is dead.
But His Holiness has been reborn.
Like Lakitu brought his baby boy, teach him how to do camera work. Sometimes the cameras get so close that if you do the zoom in, it actually like clips through them. Ooh, alright.
See, but just a small fraction of my research has yielded. Look how beautiful this white armor stands.
You have no idea
The hardship to make just one armor come to life. I had to capture and control countless demons.
You performed alchemy, didn't you? You tried to transmute a human soul.
Them alone was almost an insurmountable task.
Summoning? So it was you.
You tried to create a philosopher's stone.
Yes, the Hellgate. I created it merely as a reference and substitution for the real gate. But after utilizing an extremely powerful devil's arm, it proved sufficient.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
You should rest.
Does he have green eyebrows? Weird color.
Soon, you
Does he dye his hair white? Oh, that is so...
of experimentation.
Unkosher of you.
So that I can learn a little something from you. And that arm.
Never.
No one spits jelly jam in my face. This is what the zoom in lets me do. It looks at people's pecs, and that's it. Pecs and pelvises. Okay, I guess we're just doing like 6 cutscenes in a row, right? Da-na, da-na, da-da-da. I can't even hear your message, but I can read it. Epic time? Yes. Sure. Is that a bird or a bug? Or both? Oh, it's like that game that was coming out that I saw at the Nintendo Direct. That Platinum game. Anyone know the name of that? Like Stardust or something? Astral Chain. Yeah, it's Astral Chain. It's like Astral Chain meets Naruto. Actually, this is like literally what happens to Sasuke, isn't it? He like unlocks the Mangekyo and then he has like the weird like Orochimaru curse, so he has like a demon. And like in Shippuden they have like that big I don't even remember the name of it. He's got like a big demon spirit thing. A long story. He has the Shingekyo Sharingan, and he has like I want to say it's like a Shino demon. I don't think I've unlocked Genjutsu though. Devil Trigger. LB to release the demonic energy within Yamato and unleash the devil in Nero. But I need 3 levels of power. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it was a weird show. Naruto had a demon inside him, but he wasn't the only one. Gaara had the one-tailed demon. Or was it two-tailed? I think it was one-tailed. Killer B had like the 5-tailed demon, I think. And everyone else doesn't matter. Those are the only ones that mattered. Actually, wasn't there like a 4-tailed person that was important? There's someone. Killer B. The Naruto guy. Wasn't Killer B 8 tails? You know what? I think you're right, because it was like an octopus. And he had like an octopus demon. I think you're right. Alright, I think this is going to be my last level of the night. Yeah, it was like an octopus bull demon. It was some weird thing. All I know is I think it got like a tail cut off or some shit. So now it's 7. Who is the demon of the bow haircut, dude? Are you talking about me when I was 10? Because I was learning archery and I had a bowl cut. I don't actually know. Those are the only Naruto demons I know. Hey, nostalgia, bro. The dude who wore green? Are you talking about Rock Lee? He didn't have a demon, you fucking idiot. He opened the 8 gates. That guy sensei taught him. But you're not supposed to open all 8 because it's risky to your body. You fucking idiot. He only opened up to the 4th gate, and it destroyed his body against his fight against Gaara. So he had to undergo a lot of training. You fucking idiot. The 8 gates aren't the same as the demons. Idiot. And by the way, Rock Lee couldn't even utilize ninjutsu. His body wasn't capable of it. So he wouldn't be a proper vessel for a demon. You fucking idiot. He doesn't have chakra. So he wouldn't be... You couldn't have him a vessel for a demon. Fool. But he is the best character. Guess I'll wait for him to leave. Can you really call me a weeb because I watched Naruto when I was 10? Like, I don't feel like Naruto is weeb culture. Everyone watched Naruto. You might not have followed Naruto, but ain't one person in this chat that didn't at least put it on once when it was on. Lie to me all you want, you know it's true. It's like Dragon Ball. Like, it just doesn't count, you know? I'm not even saying I'm not a weeb. I watch weeby shit. But Naruto doesn't count. I think the fact that I've retained all of this knowledge is kind of weeby, but not inherently, you know? Barely watched DB in my childhood. You missed out, man. That shit was hype. Dude, everyone at school watched Dragon Ball. If you missed out on it, I just feel bad for you. I had a friend who was super into anime and I thought he was weird. Some things never change, huh? Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. I'm so used to Dark Souls that I saw this and my first thought was, illusory wall, I have to hit it. I don't think that's right. I never watched Hamtaro, but I knew of its culture. Same as Sailor Moon. Hamtaro and Sailor Moon were like the Naruto and Dragon Ball for females in the North American demographic. That's a good camera angle. Yeah, I'll just keep looking at that. Sailor Moon got mega censored. I mean, every cartoon at that time was mega censored. What you got there, Brock? Oh, jelly-filled donuts. You know. Remember, like, early in One Piece, they replaced a gun with, like, a weird bop it thing? There was a lot of censorship. I think Sailor Moon got shafted a lot because they picked up the property thinking it would sell well with female demographics, and they realized, oh wait, Japan is extremely lax with their, like, rules. So they tried to change it. Bad idea. Yeah, they changed Sanji's cigarette with a lollipop. That made me want to buy a bunch of lollipops. Maybe it was a good idea. The amount of lollipops I bought because Sanji had them. If he had a cigarette, dude, I would have a problem. Now I just have a problem with sugar. Four kids gave me diabetes. Here's how. Open world Devil May Cry game, Pog.
A forest?
Breath of the Devil. The Elder Scrolls.
What the hell is this? Must be the effect of the gate. Sorry, kid. This is gonna have to wait.
You do that shit like every game, Dante, you know that? Every goddamn game. Literally the Breath of the Wild intro. Like how he still does this spin even though nobody is watching. Gotta impress yourself sometimes, you know? Clear. BCDC. I think that's probably the name of like an AC/DC cover band. BCDC. Nice. Alright. I'm gonna call it there. I think I've been going for like 3 hours. I'm hungry. Also, I have 2 more episodes of Mob Psycho that I need to watch tonight. But that's not the reason I'm ending the stream. I'm ending the stream for important reasons. So what day is it? Other than my birthday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I will be streaming tomorrow. Presumably more of this and probably something else. We'll see. Estimate for next video. I want it out on Friday. That's the day I'm aiming for. It may or may not come on Friday. I'm not making any wishes. I think latest like Sunday. So within the next 7 days, more or less. The next main channel video. The next for FUNKe, I'm not sure. I kind of put a hiatus on Funk Study while I focused on this. But it should probably be in the next few days too. Yeah, it's the Pokemon video. The problem I've been having with it is, like, you guys know me. You know when I make a main channel video, I want to sort of flex my editing and be flashy with the transitions. But it's hard to do that with Pokemon, just because, like, it's such a, you know, it's like an overworldy type game that I gotta get really creative to, like, edit this one, so it's taking a bit longer. It'll probably be a lot more stripped down, but I'm happy with the script. So, that'll be it. I'm gonna play more of this game. I plan on finishing this within the next few days. Like, I don't know how long this Devil May Cry 4 is, but if I gotta put in some longer streams, you know, they may finish it tomorrow and the day after. I'm Thanks, yeah. You know me, 25, hit the big 25, so I'm gonna go use my big boy adult brain and gotta go feed it food. But, you know, I'm 25, so my metabolism's slowing down, so I can't eat too much. Alright, that's probably the most I can get out of that joke. Good night, everybody. Next stream tomorrow.